Hey guys, this is Joe East here with Eastra Analytics, Chief Technical Officer. Today we're going to be talking about the technical economic earthquake that is upon us right now. Yes, it's upon us right now. You'll never hear this in the news because perhaps they don't know about it. Let's go on to the next slide and find out more. So I was talking to a buddy of mine up in the Northeast, somewhere which will remain unknown. And there's a big problem in the technical world, in the product development world, where you can hire the best people, or perhaps who you think are the best people, with the correct credentials on paper. On paper, everything looks good. And then nothing happens. You hire these people and nothing happens. 1 to 2 years pass, and suddenly you ask them what's going on. And in summary, the answer is nothing. So you got 1 to 2 years you blew on nothing, and millions upon millions of dollars spent for technical product development with nothing to show for it. So what's going on here, guys? Let's go to the next slide. So in all industries, from utility to military to semiconductors to plants to energy, everything, there's a massive shift in the economics of engineering. The baby boomers are retiring, and in fact, right now, 50% to 75% of the baby boomers are gone. I have seen this in just the last 7 years in all segments of the economy. They tend to stay with the same company for 30 or 40 years. And they develop technical expertise over these 3 decades of work. 30 years of work, they develop deep, deep technical expertise. And guess what? My generation, Generation X behind them, tends to stay with the same company maybe 5 to 10 years or fewer with the same company. We tend to hop around a bit more, and in fact, much more than the baby boomers. Let's go on to the next slide. For those of you in this business, you know what I'm talking about, but this is going to be a 20-year problem. Why? This will be like I said, 20 years, because think about it. High schools need to identify students with, say, mathematical or technical skills for engineering preparation curriculums. You need to take the proper classes before you can get into engineering school. And then the colleges need to be able to select capable candidates for engineering school and cultivate them. And then once they're done with their engineering schooling, companies need to have senior engineers to apprentice the incoming cohorts of junior engineers. This takes at least 2 years. So whenever you add up all the numbers, it's going to be about 20 years. We might be able to shave off a few years here and there if we recognize the problem, but if we don't recognize the problem, it's at least 20 years or more. This problem will be with us for a while. Let's move on to the next slide. The consequences of not having a good skilled engineering and technical workforce are big. It's probably the biggest unsolved or unknown problem in the United States and in the Western world. There will be spectacular technical failures. There will be economic stagnation. Well, if you can't build product, well, what are you going to do? There will be social stagnation. If there's no wealth or not enough wealth in our economy, well, then how can you socially advance uh, for whatever reason? There will be military defeat. Sorry, guys, if you don't have the best weapons, you will be defeated on the battlefield. There'll be wasted money. Obviously, you want to hire an engineer or a technician and it's the wrong guy, you just wasted money. Oh, you also wasted time. So there are dire consequences to this technical economic problem we are seeing. It's not going away. You need to be aware of it if you're in this business. Let's move on to the next slide. So what's the solution to this problem? You might be a president, you might be a CEO, you might be a upper manager on the board of directors, or you might be an investor. So how do you solve this problem? Well, you have to hire only the best engineers and technicians. You got to stay out of the evening news. You don't want a disaster on the evening news to be calling out the name of your company or the name of your product. You have to weed out amateurs and the debutantes. You have to, very importantly, you have to beware of sexy credentials with no list of products developed over the at least 10 years. So beware of this. The next slide will go into details, how to recognize what the best of the best engineers all have in common. Like I said, it is on the next slide. Here we go. I know the best engineers in the world. I got them on speed dial. I can text them. I can pick up the phone and I can talk to them. So who are the best engineers and technicians? There's only one answer. I asked all of them in preparation for this video, guys. I've already done the work for you. Here is the secret. It's in red. They became engineers and technicians at the age of 10 years old. Yes, that's the answer. Building circuits, building structures, solving problems on their workbench or in the field. Yes, they began at the age of 10. So if you're hiring people, ask them this question. Mr. Engineer, Miss Engineer, what were you building at the age of 10? Why? Because if they were doing engineering work at the age of 10, you know they're absolutely obsessed with technical problems and they will stick with the problem until the end. They will never give up. They're obsessed if they started at this young age. So here's what you do, guys, if you're still listening to me now and have this fun little presentation. Talk to a real engineer or technician. Call, text, or email me or my friends today. Yeah, don't wait. I look forward to meeting you guys. Send an email at this email address at the bottom of this page, or call or text me at that phone number at the bottom. Talk to a real engineer. Yes, we started at the age of 10. And we have come to the end of this sample. Appreciate you watching and listening. Let me know if you have any questions, and you guys take care and stay safe out there. Thank you. Goodbye. Hey guys, thanks for watching this fun little presentation I pulled together. I hope you learned something from it. Send me all your questions in whatever format. Text me or email me or whatever. I'd like to know what you think, guys. I think this is a very important conversation. You guys stay safe out there. Take care and goodbye.